So that means there's a possibility that he will have his 100th touchdown as a Raider. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to cement their legacy with the 100th touchdown in a Raiders uniform, maybe at Vegas Raider Stadium? Who doesn't want to do that? Remember Tim Brown when he left to the Tampa Bay Almond effing queer? Remember that? The Ama J effing fudging queer? The Tampa Bay, yeah. Remember when Tim Brown left? My favorite player. Scored his 100th touchdown against the Raiders. Against the Raiders. For the Buccaneers. I believe it was on Monday night. I'm not quite sure. Might have been Sunday night. You know how bad that hurt Mikey Raider? You know how bad that hurt Mikey Raider? You know how bad that hurt Mikey Raider? My favorite player in the fake Raider team that has a pirate ship that copies everything. Has my favorite Raider player of all time score the 100th touchdown for that damn team and the former coach, John Gruden. You know how bad that hurt Mikey Raider? That hurt me a lot. I even quoted that to him and he on Twitter or X, Twitter, and he wrote back to me. He's like, "Yeah, I didn't feel good about it either." Yeah, you're wrong. You felt good about it, but he did have a little trepidation, so I respect that. But what week will Davante Adams have his 100th touchdown? If he's traded, will it be with another team? He needs 5 touchdowns to create 100. So I want to know from you guys in the chat room, in the forum, or wherever, what week will Davante Adams have his 100th touchdown? Type your answer in the chat in the comments, and I'll read a few of them right now while we go through it. Then I'll give you my opinion. So, One Night Stand is now a moderator, keeping the chat room lit. Greg Lear is keeping the chat room lit. True Raiders keeping the chat room lit. Raiders Fan Radio. Let me read what Murph says. I know I can't get it on screen, forgive me, about the Davante Adams situation. He said, Murph said, 0 chance the Raiders are that colossal of a failure this season, especially since the schedule is most favorable then. Yeah, you're exactly, but he still will be traded next year. I mean, again, I think I pointed out some facts that'll happen, but I love your positivity, Murph. And I forever hope we get at least a full year with Davante Adams. I don't want that turmoil and that drama, starting in week 6 or 7 or 8. I don't want that to happen. Thank you very much. All right, let me know what week will Davante have his 100th touchdown. Write it in the chat. Come on, let's get some numbers going. What week? What week? Come on, I'm waiting for some answers. I know we're on a 25-second delay, but couldn't break 20 points how many damn games last season? Week 3, True Raider said week 3, 100th touchdown for Davante. There you go. So that means he has to have at least 2 in the first 2 games, or he has 3 in one game or 2 in the other. I can't do the math. Greg Lear said my birthday is September 27th, so hopefully against the Browns on my birthday weekend. That's awesome. I might be going to the Ravens game in week 2. I'm going to do a convention, an arcade convention for my Nickelodeon days in Baltimore, or in that area of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, but close to Baltimore. And the Raiders are playing that Sunday after the convention, or that day after the convention. I'm trying to go to it. Watch the Raiders versus the Ravens in Maryland. If not against the Broncos at Mile High. What week is that? So is that week 5 or 6, Greg, that you think it is? All right. Let me give my answer on and the reasons why I think Davante Adams will score his 100th touchdown. See if I can get my screen moving. I think Davante Adams will. Okay, Greg Lear said week 5. I believe Davante Adams will score his 100th touchdown week 8. Again, week 8. I know that's 3. That still is almost an average of 1 touchdown a game, or at least a half a touchdown a game. Why week 8? Well, the trade deadline is week 9. And I just have this weird suspicion that Davante Adams will possibly be traded, and there'll be a lot of controversy. And the week before he's traded officially, or the week that he is traded, right after the game, but that'll be the game that he scores his 100th touchdown for the Raiders. Hopefully he goes into the Hall of Fame and all that other stuff. But again, I can't give him 1 touchdown a game, especially with either Aiden O'Connor or Gardner Minshew. I know he's going to get a good amount of touchdowns early, but as the season progresses, hopefully they build chemistry. But I believe in week 8, he'll have his 5th touchdown. So he might have had a touchdown every other game, because we didn't score a lot of points last year. We really didn't. And I think that was when Davante Adams actually had his 5th touchdown. It's probably week 6 or 7. So I'm going to give him 5 touchdowns in week 8. And Greg Lear just told me that week 8 is against the Chiefs at home. Did I know that? Yes, I did. And I was still putting the trade scenario in week 9 after the Chiefs game. But if he scores his 100th touchdown versus the Chiefs at home, like I'm predicting, and we win the game, hopefully he's not traded. But if he is, what a send-off. What a send-off. All right, that's my report, and I'm sticking to it. All right, everybody, thank you guys for chiming in. This is Raider Football Talk. Each and every Friday night, we go live. We talk Raiders. We talk subjects, latest news, and whatever else we talk about. And just to remind everybody, we got a bunch of stuff coming up on today's show. Let me just bring that up. This is going to be a long show. Consider getting your phone calls into the chat room for the Raider fan chat line toward the end of the show, hitting me up on X. And coming up, we got some best camp battles, free agents available, classic Raider videos, schedule win, and some more latest news. Hit that thumbs up, that like. Consider becoming a member of the show. All right, let's move on to the next subject. A lot of people don't want to talk about this, don't think this is a subject that needs to be talked about. But I do.